As one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else, where we teach not rising to the occasion, but always, always, always falling to your level of preparation. Said it once, said it 1,000 times. I will say it as often as I possibly can, as often as it needs to be said, that your net work is your net worth. Not a phrase that I'm going to take credit for. It's a common phrase in the entrepreneurial business ownership world, but your net work is actually your net worth. Just coming fresh off less than 24 hours from an absolutely incredible event. Shout out to my guy Chris, who put on, him and his wife Leah put on an unbelievable networking event yesterday. Now, just to give you some backstory on how I ended up in the room, and that's really what it's all about. Not only how you end up in the room, but what keeps you in the room. What are you doing on the day-to-day? What are you consuming? What do you actually hope? What are your goals? What are your goals? Okay, what's your goals, and how are you pursuing those goals every day in order for you to connect with the right people instantly, without there being some sleazy sales, without there being some overly, over forcing a connection with people. That's not the way networking events go. The way networking events go is, what do you do every single day? And then do you connect with the right people when the opportunity presents itself? I say it all the time. Stay ready so you don't got to get ready. All right. So just so we have some backstory here, it was when I put out about 4 years ago now, I put out my second book, Make Your Move. Make Your Move, a unique look into boxing, dance, and entrepreneurship. And in the process of writing that book, I moved from Plantation to West Palm Beach because of a teaching position that I had to take. It was around COVID time, so had to take it. I didn't. I fit well with the boxing gym that I was at and all that, but hey, the way life works is the way life works. So had to transition from the fitness industry into the education world, and Palm Beach just had an opening, and I had to take it. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The gym that I was previously training at, it went under, and I knew it was going to go under based on how poorly it was managed and poorly it was run by the owner, right? But that's another conversation for another day. So get out to Palm Beach 4 years ago, and like I said, I have my second book, and I'm looking just to connect with people, right? So I'm on Facebook and just trying to find networking events and all that kind of stuff, and I find this one organization named BUN, Building Us Network, and I go to an event. I remember giving a speech at that event. I set up the table. I was a vendor there and all that kind of stuff. Set up the table and gave a speech, and then once I gave that speech, I was put on the radar because they had this same organization put on another event that was it was like a spa day. One day was for the ladies and the other day was for the men, and they wanted men's speakers. They wanted male speakers, so they brought in myself and Chris. Shout out to Chris, Uncle Smoothie, Chris B. Willis. He was the one who put the networking event on yesterday. But so he knew me because I spoke before him at that men's only event, and now he's someone that is doing the things that I would like to pursue in regards to doing play-by-play and a lot of the things I've been telling you guys about when it comes to me doing play-by-play when it comes to college football. Go follow Film Session Saturday. A lot of the takes I give when it comes to the football world and all that kind of stuff, he's doing that in the basketball world. So we collaborated, we connected, and when I got to the event yesterday, he's obviously making introductions, and he's big. Huge, high energy guy. He's been on the show. The title of his show was just Chris Speaks. He's been on the Move Swiftly podcast and all that. Just look him up, and he's out there. He's out there pretty heavily as well. So anyway, I get there. Now, keep in mind, just so some context in terms of what my days look like. So I do teach at a school not too far from here. And every single day I'm one of two employees of this school that can drive the buses, and that is qualified to drive a bus. So I drop the kids off every single day after school, and every single day, I'm telling you the truth, every single day that radio station is on ESPN 3, I believe it's ESPN West Palm Beach, and I'm tuned in to a guy named Theo Dorsey, tuned in every single afternoon, listening to his takes and really just kind of learning, disagreeing, agreeing to disagree, and disagreeing to agree, like all the things. And not even just about his takes, but learning, what can I learn? How does he sound on camera? Do I present that same thing? Because as you guys can see, I'm always trying to develop. I'm always trying to see what I could pick up from what somebody else is doing and how I can get better. And I walk into the networking event, and guess who's the first person that I'm standing right next to? Theo damn Dorsey, the same dude working in that I've been listening to every single day. So we ended up connecting and we ended up collaborating. And the reason I'm bringing all this up to you guys is not because there was some forced connection in which, you're going out and you're handing your resume out to everybody else. No. There was already a day-to-day mentality and a focus that I had, and then these opportunities start being presented to you. So when people tell you and when it gets explained to you that your network is your net worth, it's more so about what are you doing? What are you doing to get yourself in a position to where you are ready for the moment? Because the moment is not planned. The moment will never be. The moment, you never know when the moment's going to be coming, but you have to be preparing like the moment's going to be here every single day, because you just never know. That's what we mean. So, looking for, listen, we took a step in the right direction, and we will continue to make steps. I mean, not only that, shout out to Danielle, interviewed her yesterday on the podcast, as well as an amazing conversation, as they all are. So things are taking off, things are moving in the right direction. Just make sure you continue to like, comment, subscribe to this channel. We're going places, baby, going places. Today's Faith-Based Friday, so tune into that. I was listening to Pastor Craig Groeschel's message, so I'm looking forward to diving into that as well. Main website to check out to dive deeper into all the work I'm doing, it's makeyamove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. One-stop shop for your teamwork and your self-development needs. As one Crookshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. Checking out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.